hearing from people, especially those of us that have recently finished our medical studies, all of the wonderful, what I would like to call heavenly reasons why you should study medicine too. Well, here comes the joy killer in me. Let me give you 5 reasons why you should not dare get yourself into medicine. Number 1, if you are wanting to become a doctor because you have watched a couple of medical TV shows, I'm talking about Grey's Anatomy, Dr. House, Chicago Med, The Resident, you name them. And therein you have watched doctors that are attractive. All of the hospitals are sparkling clean, and every episode is just featuring nail-biting drama. Let me tell you one thing. These things are not perfect depictions of what an actual career in medicine is. They just add a lot of ginger, spice, and chocolate, It's kind of interesting to watch it. You aren't going to become a good doctor by watching these Grey's Anatomies, these Chicago Meds, The Residents, you name them, any more than you will become a good lawyer by watching How to Get Away with Murder. Reason numero 2. You should not study medicine because you want to get rich. You will make a very terrible doctor, most likely, because you have something called extrinsic motivation. And that, for starters, doesn't and can't catch up with reality, for the love of God, there are Mongolian goat farmers out there that have more money than your primary health physician and surgeon combined. Don't even let me talk about some marijuana farmers in the heart of Africa. Yes, I'm talking about sensimania farmers. There are so many other areas of life, my brother or sister, that you could be engaged in and still get more money than even medicine, with even less stress and probably without even ever having to touch or see a dead person. If money is your reason, you will end up reveling in excessive, deceptive, paid showiness to conceal your, what I call, core of malodorous moral and ethical rottenness. You will treat your patients not as images of God that ought to be respected, and you wouldn't even have any compassion. But you just want it as a means to get that dollar, euro, Dalasi, Seuse. Oh wait, I think MLSA. Yeah, right. Who cares? My point is that whatever it is that you do, you will just end up doing it for the money, and that reason wouldn't get you anywhere. A third reason you should not become a doctor is somehow popular, but nonetheless a very wrong reason to get you into medicine. I'm talking about mama and daddy. Mama and daddy may have high expectations for you and from you, but that doesn't mean you should get into medicine because of it. If that is what gets you to study medicine, you will end up feeling like a buffalo. Yes, because you aren't motivated after all. You will never have the passion for it. Even if you do, it will be a sort of a manufactured passion. You will still end up feeling pressured. Don't do it. It doesn't matter if you love your parents. Your love for them won't siphon understanding and knowledge from Mark Manuel Taylor and O'Connor's clinical examination, from biochemistry to morpho uno, morpho dos, all of that kind of thing. Speak to mommy and daddy. You have to. Let them know what you want. Probably you want to be a lawyer, a businessman, a soldier. Med school, by the way, has the highest suicide rate in terms of study programs. If you need an evidence-based study for what I'm saying, you can check it out in the description box. Reason numero 4. You should not study med because, you like science, or you like biology, or you like maybe chemistry, I don't know. Just say, what I'm saying is you should not study medicine because you quote unquote like science. Being a doctor is more than just liking science. That's part of it, but it's more, Studying medicine should also be about who you are. Are you good with people? Are you compassionate? Are you a good listener? There are many other fields of study to which you can apply your love for the quote unquote science. Being a lover of biology doesn't automatically make you good at understanding the difference between an antihistamine and crystalloid, bones and marrows. All right, reason numero cinco. This is the last one, not the least of which, is you should not get yourself into medicine because of your quote unquote, perfect grades in high school. Yes, I mean, school grades, I mean, especially high scores, are needed, but that shouldn't be your reason. It kind of sounds confusing, but it is not. I personally know very bright students that ended up dropping out of med school. I mean, you must ask yourself about it first. You must reevaluate your position, reevaluate yourself. It's not about the high scores. It's also about understanding what you do. It's about getting to have the passion for what you do. I mean, high scores alone. I mean, there are very, very many areas of life that your high scores can get you in and through. That doesn't mean it just has to be medicine. Reevaluate yourself. So a little bit of a disclaimer here before I go. Being a medical student is indeed a very wonderful opportunity to see life from another perspective. Though the journey may be very, very tough, but it's satisfying and enjoyable. This video isn't meant to discourage anybody with the good reasons. I mean, it's meant for those with one or two bad reasons, like I've mentioned. For those people, please try to reevaluate yourself. Move on.
It's been a long time coming.